I almost. Hello, my name is Mikko from the chapel in Northern Beach, Florida. This is my dramatized quoting solo. I'll be quoting Genesis 37:5-35 in the version EHV. Once Joseph had a dream, and he told to his brothers, so they hated him all the more. He said to them, "Please, listen to this dream that I have dreamed. There we were, riding sheaves in the field, and suddenly my sheaf rose up and stood upright, and your sheaves gathered around and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "And so will you really reign over us? Will you really dominion over us?" They hated him all the more because of the dream is what he had said. Then he had another dream, and he told to his brothers. He said, "Listen, I had another dream, and this is what I saw. The sun and the moon and 11 stars all bowed down to me." He told to his father and to his brothers. His father rebuked him and said to him, "What kind of dream is it? What kind of dream is this that you dreamed? Will I and your mother and your brothers really come and bow down to the ground in front of you?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept what he had said in mind. His brothers went to pasture their father's flocks in Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Aren't your brothers pasturing the flock in Shechem? Go, I will send you to them." Joseph said to him, "Yes, I will do it." Israel said to him, "Please go and see whether everything is going well with your brothers and flock. Then bring me word again." So he sent him off in the valley of Hebron, and he arrived at Shechem. A man met him as he was wandering in the countryside. The man asked him, "What are you looking for?" He said, "I'm looking for my brothers. Tell me, please, where they are pasturing the flock." The man said, "They have left here. I heard them say, 'Let's go to Dothan.'" Joseph went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. They saw him in the distance, and before he could come near to them, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to each other, "Look, here comes this master of dreams. Come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of the cisterns. We'll say a wild animal has devoured him, and we'll see what becomes of his dreams." Reuben heard this and rescued him out of their hands. He said, "Let's not take his life." Reuben said to him, "Shed no blood. Throw him into this cistern as in the wilderness, but do not lay a hand on him." He said this so that he'd rescue him out of their hands and restore him to his father. And so when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the special robe that he was wearing. And then they took him and they threw him into the cistern. The cistern was empty. There's no water in it. They sat down to eat bread. They looked up, saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead with their camels loaded with spices, balm, and myrrh, which they were going to deliver to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is there in killing a brother and concealing his blood? Come on, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay a hand on him, since he is our brother, our own flesh." His brothers listened to him, and as the Midianites were merchants passing by, the brothers pulled Joseph up out of the cistern and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and brought Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the cistern, he saw that Joseph was not in the cistern, so he tore his clothing. He returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is no longer here, and as for me, where will I go now?" The brothers took Joseph's robe, killed a male goat, and dipped the robe in the goat's blood. They took the special robe they brought to the father and said, "We have found this. Examine it now to see whether it is your son's robe or not." He recognized him and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild animal has devoured him. Without doubt, Joseph has been torn to pieces." Jacob tore his clothing, put a sackcloth around his waist, and mourned for his son for many days. All his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted and said, "No, I will mourn for my son until I go down to the grave." So his father wept for him. Yes!